up, everybody? It is me, Tokkuri Yashi, your party friend. How's everybody doing? Hope you are well. Today we will be having a look at who are the priority hard chart nodes with the 5 times drop rate that we have got at the moment for the next couple of days in relation to the deep quest. We'll also be having a look over some deep quest teams. If you are struggling to beat the deep quest stages, we'll have a look at some of the teams in this today. But first, you can see I did get Astral Hiyori on my free pulls. Way! Third free pull we got here. Very, very good. And we've also got the Overload banners return up until Erisu on the 29th. Good luck with your free pulls on this. I wouldn't advise putting any gems in there. Carol is PvP orientated. Pecorine is using the next clan battle, but here teams are dependent on the boss's hit points in clan battle, under 50% hit points usually. She can be helpful, but there is a lot more important things coming soon, so good luck with your tickets on that. Don't put any gems in it, or I wouldn't advise to. If you really want to, you may do so, but there are better things coming to save your gems for. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the teams in Deep Quest, and we will see who we should be prioritising the hard chards on. We'll have to keep doing that. Fire teams. This is Worry Chef's Google Docs. Thank you for this. I did come across this looking on the Discord, so hopefully they don't mind us looking over this in this video. It is out in the public domain for everybody to reference. So let's have a look. For fire, the characters that have got a hard chart at 5 times at the moment that I would prioritise as they appear in these teams are Inori, June 6-star, and Edo Kuka. So if you don't have either of them, up to 5 or 6-star, whichever is their max, then I would prioritise them for fire. As we can see here, we're going to have a look at 1 to 110, stage 2s and stage 3s. Fights are here as well. I will have the link for this in the description if you want to have a look at the rest of those teams. If you've already got there, you probably don't need this or you've already found it. But as you can see, for fire, mostly it is fire characters that are being used to beat the fire deep quest. Now that's when we get to the others, we'll see it's maybe not always the case. Like, we do have some teams in here that have got characters in that are not on the fire attribute. Like here for 1-9, there are a few characters there that are not on fire attribute that are sometimes put in. So maybe this isn't quite as bad as we maybe first thought. So there we go, that is fire. It's June, Inori and Edo Kuka who could be the priority there for you for the fire teams with their hard shards. So let's jump over quickly then and have a look at water. Now this is water, and for water I think the characters that have a hard shard at 5 times at the moment are Ruka and Sheffy, who you should be prioritising with those drops. Let's have a look at some of the water teams then. We have got a lot of water characters again, but also the same type of teams here appearing again and again with some characters that are not on the water attribute. This bottom one here for 1-2, none of them. That's light and wind in the water stage. I mean, it works, it can work. So there we go. I'll have a look through all of these. We've got a few here. We can see that we have got Sheffy and that we have got Ruka in these. This is why I put them as the priority. If you want to have a closer look at these, you can always pause the video to read all of the timings. If you wanted to do that, it would be better if you could find one that was full set or just full auto would be very nice. But there we go, they are the water teams that are suggested to be stages 1 to 10 in the water deep quest. Okay, let's jump over and have a look at wind. So here is wind. Now for the wind characters that have got a hard shard that at 5 times drop, I would suggest Tomo, Shiori and Lima if you don't already have them 6-starred. They all have a 6-star. If you don't already have them 6-starred, then they should be the priority for wind. If you've already got them done, then that's very good. But let's have a look there at the wind teams here. From 1-1 to 110, we've got a lot of characters here that are wind, as you would have imagined, but we do again have some teams that are not wind characters in here. You can also, by having a look at this, see which other characters you might want to be working on. Some of them have got their shards, as you know, from the shops. Some of them get their shards from the side stories, if you can maybe grind them out from there. So there are other ways to get shards for the other characters. Today we're just looking at the very hard, but at the hard, I'm going to keep saying that, like I said, at the hard shards, because they are 5 times drop at the moment. There we go. This is the win team. As you can see, we've got Lima being used there. We've also got Tomo and Shiori being used quite a bit in these teams as well, which is why I suggested they were the 3 to be prioritized for the hard shard drop. Okay, 2 more teams to go. Light. Here we have Light. Now for Light, Jita and Pecorine, 6-star, are the 2 that I will prioritize. Also, I'm going to mention Shizuru, 6-star, because she is getting the unique equipment 2 very soon, and in that respect, I think she will be very good and probably be put in some of these teams once she has got that. But for now, we can see here light teams, and a lot of these, I mean, this team here, Monica, Nenika, New Year's, Hamare, Kasumi, and Ameth, I think that's been in every single one of them, hasn't it? So if you can build that team, you might be good to go at least a little way. But other than that, because the light team is very good, a lot of these compositions here are very simple, all set, and just light characters on the team. So hopefully we can build some of these, and maybe you'll be able to start to progress a little bit more in the light deep quest. Again, if I'm going a little bit quick, then just pause the video to have a little look at some more of these compositions that we have here. Again, Jita, Shizuru, although she's not here, Jita does perform quite a lot of the time in these compositions, and 6-star Pecorine, who's down here for 110. If you didn't have Xmas June, perhaps maybe you want to run that bottom team there. Are the ones that I would recommend at the moment for 5 times hard drop. So there we go. And finally, let's just jump over to Dark. Now for Dark, the characters with a hard node at 5 times at the moment: Kuka Noir, Luna, Io Noir, which I'm a little bit surprised at because she's more PvP orientated, but she does feature in some of these teams. Shinobu, 6-star, and Eriko are all Dark characters that have a hard node at 5 times drop, which feature in these teams for the Dark Deep Quest. Again, some of the teams here are not all Dark characters, so again, it maybe wasn't quite so bad as we thought, but we have got a lot of Dark characters, as you would have thought, in these teams. Hopefully you can build some of these. If you can't, maybe this is why you need to prioritize some of these shards, if they're not already built. We did have a look over the teams over the last couple of days, and it is kind of the characters that I was mentioning. Oh, look at this, we haven't got a Dark 110. Maybe somebody has beaten that at some point, but if we find some competitions, maybe we'll go back and have a look over this in the future. But there we go, there are the Dark teams and the Dark characters with a hard shard that are at 5 times drop at the moment that you may want to prioritize if you don't have them already built. So there we go. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully that was helpful to you. There are more competitions on this for stages 2 and stages 3 once you beat the boss and go over to them. So if you want to check them out, the link will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I am Tokkuri Yashi, your palm tree friend, and I will see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye. Hey.